The ongoing border restrictions for Canadians coming into Western New York continue to have a devastating impact on the local economy. Good evening, I'm Febin Casahoon.
And I'm Hannah Bueller. Spending on tourism is one of the areas that is taking the biggest hit right now. Here are some numbers from the Buffalo-Niagara Partnership. 35 to 45% of our tourists come from Canada. That's a loss of revenue between $650 and $900 million annually. The Buffalo-Niagara International Airport is also hurting here. 10 to 15% of all passengers flying out of the airport are Canadian. That's another $200 million in lost revenue. The city of Niagara Falls is also feeling the tourism pinch. The peak season is from April through November. In 2019, there were just over 9 million visitors to Niagara Falls State Park. That number dropped to just under 5.5 million in 2020. Reporter Ryan Arbogast takes a closer look at how the Cataract City is suffering and how the city hopes to turn things around.
Turning Niagara Falls into a world-class destination. That's the promise made inside the Niagara Global Tourism Institute's 2021 report.
If you build it, they will come. I do believe that is in fact true, but that really only works and is maximized if there's strategic thought and vision and a lot of energy behind it.
The plan is to make these empty streets full year-round, with massive projects like a theme park, newly improved event center, and festivals throughout the year to revitalize the area.
It's all about the winter. It's all about us fixing the winter.
The report highlighted 3 main reasons tourists aren't coming to Niagara Falls, especially once the snow comes.
We all know this isn't going to be a silver bullet approach.
Number 1 is a lack of cold weather attractions during the winter months. Number 2 is that most people aren't staying an extended period of time when they come visit the falls. And number 3 is what's called friction points, like crime and poverty, that are steering people away from the Niagara Falls community.
For us personally, we have to get creative, and I shift my focus from, tourism to catering.
Joe Hotchkiss is the owner of Power City Eatery, which is only about a 10-minute walk from the falls. He says once the winter comes, the small businesses in the area either adapt or die.
It's either you shut down in the off season, or you have to really focus on like takeout or catering, or you have to host events and things like that to bring people in.
Larger institutions like the Niagara Aquarium fare slightly better, but are also still struggling in the off-season.
Anytime you make a cut into business, that's a disadvantage, whether you're an aquarium, an attraction, a restaurant. Anytime you see a portion of your business become detached from a potential pool of marketed individuals, that's a disadvantage.
The plan is to hit the ground running.
But there are a lot of active, smaller pieces already in place that we can start effective change tomorrow.
Its first step is to form a task force and isolate one large project to be the first priority, to fully embody the classic saying, build it and they will come. In Niagara Falls, Ryan Arbogast, 7 Eyewitness News.
One other note concerning the U.S.-Canadian border. Police shut down the Ambassador Bridge in both directions after possible explosives were found near the span on the Canadian side this morning. The Ambassador Bridge connects Detroit with Windsor, Ontario. The area surrounding the span was also evacuated as a precaution. The bridge reopened after about 2 hours. We're still waiting to hear if they were in fact live explosives.